Hello everyone, I just wanted to give a quick walkthrough of the Mental Health Speakers Lab. Tomorrow, the registration for Mental Health Speakers Lab closes. So I know I've been bombarding your emails and this page with information, but I didn't want to miss out and I wanted to make sure that you had all the information if this is something that is right for you. If it's not, no worries, no pressure, but I did want to connect with you one more time to show you what is the inside, what the course actually looks like, and to answer a few of the questions that people have been asking. The first question that someone has been asking me, or someone that emailed me, asked me, when does the course start? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is a brilliant question. Why have I've not answered this, or why is this not plain? So what happens is when you register for the course, you have open access to it. It is yours. You have access to it immediately, and you have access to it ongoing. So the course, when you register, the course isn't limited to a time span. You have access immediately, and you have it ongoing for a lifetime. As long as the course exists, you can log in and log out, rewatch, re-download, do what you need to do with it. Now, the live coaching sessions I'll be doing with myself and the group, we're going to be doing those for 6 weeks in a row, and we're going to start on the second week of November. I wish I could tell you which day that is, but it really depends on what the availability of the people. Usually this is a small group. We connect. There's usually a dozen people in there, or less maybe. And we connect and we say, okay, what day of the week is best? And I try to pick a day of the week that most people can access. The sessions are recorded, then they're uploaded onto the Facebook group. So you can always rewatch those, or you can always connect that way. That Facebook group, it is closed, so only the participants and alumni have access to that Facebook group. That is open access. You can have access, and you can be a part of that group and chat and get support, put ideas out there, get feedback, get ideas, brainstorm with people as long as you need to. So really, course starts when you register. However, the access, or I should say the coaching that we do live over Zoom, that starts the second week of November. So I hope that answers that question. Also, another question someone was asking is, I'm just starting my practice, or I'm just starting my nonprofit, wondering if this is something I'm going to be offering later down the road. The answer is yes, I will be offering this again, but I will be only doing it once a year. My primary focus is on equipping churches, but part of that I'm discovering is also raising up people and helping people develop really quality resources so that churches can use them. So while I'll be doing this again, I will not be offering this opportunity till next fall. So fall of 2022, around the same time, end of November, I should say October, right through finishing up before Christmas. So then you can fast forward into your next year with a new product, a new service, and a new way of connecting with people. Okay. Now, I apologize, I have a cold, so I hope I don't sneeze or sniffle through this, but I want to share my screen and share with you a little and tell you a little bit about what the behind the scenes are. So let's see if I can get this right. I often do this wrong. So here we go. So this is what you will see when you order. You're going to go to the Mental Health Speakers Lab and you sign up right here. If you wanted to scroll down, obviously get more information before you register. Here, I got a cough for a minute. I need to mute this. Oh, okay, just a moment. All right, we can do this. Okay, so yeah, get more information on this landing page. Some, if you've said this before, some myths that we often believe about ourselves, like, I don't have anything to say, I don't understand tech, I'm just a clinician, or I'm just a peer supporter. Those things get in the way of God's plans for you to bring your message out. I myself am a social worker in a small town in Canada, but getting in and developing digital workshops, getting into conferences, showing up for my community, and connecting with other people and partnering with people around North America and now the world has really grown the impact of the message that I feel God has called me to share. Okay, so obviously you can, go through all of this, go through what it is, what it's not. One thing I do want to point out is that this is not a history lesson or theory. You know, you are an expert in your field. You are an absolute expert in your field, whether you're a peer supporter, social worker, therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, whether you're a community leader, a director of an organization, a pastor. It doesn't matter to me where you come from because you are the expert in the field. What we do is we take that expertise and package it in a way that's easily consumed by other people. It's easily shared by other people, so it can expand your influence and expand your audience, and it allows you, and it gives value to people, and it gives people something to buy into, to take home, a takeaway, so that you're able to build your email list and you're able to continue on spreading this message. So you are the expert in the field. What we're doing together is walking through a step-by-step process of building out your message. So let me share that screen again. Okay, so yeah, so this is what you get. Obviously, we walked through this in the live session, so I won't be going through all of that again. Yeah. Okay, so if you register, if you scroll all the way back to the top, hopefully that didn't make you dizzy. If you scroll and say, yes, sign me up. I want to be a part of this. I'm ready to do this. There you go. I was going to say, it takes a minute. Put in your information, address. I like to send people things, so that's why the address is there. And I want to encourage you, please subscribe, because I send out emails every week after people for the lesson, send out extra handouts, check-ins, reminders of our next live coaching session. If you don't subscribe, I'm not able to send you that stuff. So please make sure you push subscribe, unsubscribe later if you don't want to be a part of that. Okay, so once you complete the purchase and you are all registered, you are going to jump into the Speakers Lab. You're going to go to My Library, and then you're going to pick Mental Health Speakers Lab. And this is what you're going to see. If you push this button here up in that header, push Start Course, you're going to start right into the welcome, and it's a little welcome video from myself. You're going to see pictures of my cute kids and family. And then these are the 7 lessons that we go through. Finding your niche. This is really important because I feel that so often as clinician and peers, we are often going in and we adapt to the needs of other people. You are expertise and you have experience in many different areas. And so when people come to you for support, you adapt to their needs. However, when you become a thought leader, a communicator, entrepreneur, or a nonprofit, when you're mission-minded and you have a message to share, you need to hone that message in. You need to discover, what is God calling you to do? What is your skills and experience target? And that's what we do in this first lesson. And so that's really important. And it sometimes throws people for a loop because we're so used to adapting our message or our care and our support to other people, but we have to flip it on its head. Now, week 2 is building out your message. And this is all about creating that coffee shop pitch. And I emailed that out in a couple emails earlier. It's a sample of, this is a download. This is a template that you get from this course. And we really want to create messaging. So when someone says, what do you do or what do you talk about? We're able to clearly do it. Mental health is kind of overwhelming and can be confusing for people. They're like, so what do you do? Oh, I'm a therapist. Oh, you know, people lie on a couch and talk to you. Well, they could, but no, not usually. And sometimes it's really hard to figure out or to communicate to people what you do with very clear descriptions and knowing what problem you solve and the audience you serve. So that's what we do on week 2. Now, week 3, creating your lead magnet and handout. Here, I'm going to click on it just so you can see what's on the inside. So week 3 is creating your lead magnet and handout. Here's a video. It is 10 minutes long. So it's anything from 10 minutes to 20 minutes are these videos. And what you're doing is you're creating a lead magnet. Oh, my picture is not working. I'll have to fix that. And what a lead magnet is when you are trying to build influence and share your message, it's really important to offer something of value. You're solving a problem for people. You're giving something, you're giving an opt-in or a download or a handout or a cheat sheet or a checklist. You're giving things to people so that they can take the information and put it into practice. And how they access that information builds your influence and is shareable. And we'll go into all of those things in the course, don't you worry. Okay. And we walk through it step by step and we do it together. Okay, so let's go back out to the beginning here. Okay, now that it's week 3, building your lead magnet. Now the 4th week is the tech walkthrough. This is something that really holds a lot of people back. You are a fantastic people person. You know how to read people. You know how to assess people. You're able to determine where they're at in the recovery journey, where they need to go. When you're interviewing and supporting people, you're thinking of where you're leading people through, navigating through the conversation and through that interview or that appointment. And you're exceptional at those things. Technology, that is where we could get easily overwhelmed, and myself included. So in this video, I think this one's definitely a longer video. You can do this. I know you can. Yeah, this one is 21 minutes. And in this video, I have my producer, who happens to look like me because she's my sister, but she does a fantastic job. Like, I'm telling you, fantastic job of walking you through all the steps, all the high and low options of doing your video. You don't have to buy any equipment. If you have a computer or a phone, you have what you need to be able to create professional looking videos. So when you submit those to conferences, they will stand out. And we walk you through all of the tech. You could do this. Believe me, we make it really, really, really easy for you. All right. Now, lesson 5 is all about communication strategies. This is another hard one to wrap our heads around. Communication strategies. Oh my goodness. We are used to communicating in person. And while we've adapted over the last 18 months to doing virtual care, and maybe some of you have been doing virtual care for a long time, communication strategies, how to talk to a camera. It is different than talking to a person. It is different than talking on Zoom. So strategies on making sure that your message comes across clearly, effectively, and with impact. And I've invited a friend of mine, Colby Campbell, and she shares about the impact of storytelling that can translate through the screen, and you can have a big impact, because sometimes that can feel like a barrier. All right, now the 6th lesson is really all about building your workshop. Building your workshop. This is putting into practice, it's putting the pieces together of building a workshop. From the Church Mental Health Summit, I have watched dozens and dozens and dozens of people's workshops. And it doesn't matter the budget, and it doesn't matter the level of education, and it doesn't matter the level of experience that someone has. There are some people who have been able to communicate a message clearly and effectively, and people buy into it. Some of those messages are people sitting in their back decks. Some of them are people who are sitting in a studio. Some of them are sitting in their living room with a phone telling it. It doesn't matter the technology or the level of education. There is a way to communicate a workshop virtually that grabs people's attention, that is able to give them they're able to walk away with really practical skills to put into action and that are transformative for their life. And so that's what we talk about in week 6 of building your workshop. It's some of these strategies that I've noticed from people, and it can be a challenge because it's very different than supporting people face to face. And then week 7 is about creating shareable content. Shareable content is so that you can broaden your reach. You want to put it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We take your workshop, break it down into chunks. We talk about how to reuse content so that it is in bite-sized pieces and it is shareable so that you're able to reach more people. Okay. Those are the 7 weeks that we walk through in the Mental Health Speakers Lab. No secrets. You've seen it all. You've seen inside the course. You've seen that there's handouts on every lesson. We make this easy, practical, and doable. It is built specifically for people who come from a background of mental health, whether you're a peer supporter, whether you're a clinician, whether you're a chaplain or a pastor of care. This is for people who are wanting to reach your community, reach the kingdom of God with a message of hope, and you want to do that by creating workshops. Now, yesterday I think I posted a testimonial or a quote from one of our alumni, and she has now taken what she's learned in our first session, and she is using it, and it's kind of opened up this whole concept and idea of developing a course from this workshop, because she could decide, oh my gosh, I have so many ideas to build a workshop, that we worked through it and discovered, you know what, there's more than one workshop living inside of her. And so she's taking what we've learned and what she's done through this course and is now working on developing a whole online course. So this is really transferable information, whether you're wanting to add on to your clinic offering, you're offering at your practice or your clinic. This is helpful for peers, clinicians. I've already said this. I don't want to ramble on, but I did want to give you that sneak peek into the course. So I hope you enjoyed it, and go to Mental Health Speakers Lab to register. If you have any questions, just message me, or you can email me at laura@HopeMadeStrong. And I really hope that we can connect in just a few weeks at our first coaching session. Take care, everyone.